Hello, beautiful souls. Today's pick a card reading uses the tarot, oracle cards, runes, and crystals to bring in some earthy shamanic messages from the fairy realm that you need to know right now. This reading is timeless, so whenever you see it is when you were meant to see it. We have pile number 1 with this clear quartz crystal. We have pile number 2 with this snowflake obsidian crystal. We have pile number 3 with this rainbow fluorite crystal. We have pile number 4 with this green serpentine crystal. You can choose by the pictures, by the words, by the crystals, by the runes, whatever works for you. Trust whatever you get. If you're drawn to more than one pile, then watch those piles because there may be messages in both. Timestamps for each pile are in the description, as well as all the decks and crystals I'm using in this video. I will start with pile number 1, and if you need more time to choose a pile, please pause this video until you're ready. Here we go. Okay, my pile number 1, you chose this clear quartz crystal. Clear quartz is a high vibrational stone. It's known as the master healer. It amplifies and strengthens your energy. It enhances your spiritual growth and awareness and your spiritual wisdom. Just a beautiful all-purpose stone. Put that up there. You chose the rune Ingus. Ingus, and sometimes it just looks like a diamond. Sometimes it has the extra lines. But Ingus is a seed. It's a seed of potential. Freyr or Frey is associated with this rune. He's the divine masculine, god of abundance and fertility. So this rune is about male fertility, that divine spark, new beginnings, abundance, the divine masculine, which is like energy and ambition, and it's just ever growing and expanding. It can also relate to the blue light of life, that orgone energy, if you've heard of that. It's that seed. So we'll put that up there, and we'll see what the cards say here. What do the fairies want you to know for your earthy messages? You chose the ancient ones. Look at that card. Isn't that really beautiful? And the ancient ones are the ancestors who help us with their wise counsel to reach our highest potential. You know, and this card is telling you that you have unlimited help and resources from your ancestors right now. And it's also about using it wisely to honor your ancestors with your actions. So yes, it's about honoring your ancestors and knowing that you have that help. Beautiful. Put that there. Let's see what else we have. We have the luminous warrior. Okay, we have the seer. We have bliss. And let's see here if we can make room for the hedge witch. Very nice. All right. So let's see. All right. So the luminous warrior, this card, aren't these just phenomenal cards? The luminous warrior is radiant as the sun, and he can transform his most terrible enemies into his greatest allies. You know, but his power comes from within, not with the sword, not brute force. It comes from that wisdom. And so it's important to focus on your inner power, you know, your inner beauty, your inner wisdom, and what is right for you, you know, not what is wrong, not everything that's wrong with the world. You know, don't get sucked into that negative thinking. Keep your thoughts positive and luminous. You know, this is a time for, not a time for battle. You know, it's not, but it's a time for peace. And that peace starts within. You know, he's very, very radiant and luminous. It's telling you to shine your light and to approach things from a place of love and peace. And then you have the seer here. And again, look at that. Love these cards. And the seer is telling you that you can now see into those hidden realms, into the other side clearly, that your intuition and your psychic abilities are being enhanced now, and that you are gaining greater clarity. And now you can recognize and see all the patterns that are around you and your part in them. You know, you're able to see clearly. So yes, you have that with that inner wisdom and beauty and the guide from the ancestors. So, I mean, you're really got a lot of divine guidance right now showing you what you need to do. And let's see, we have bliss. It says contentment, satisfaction, and security. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? And this card is about that long-term happiness and satisfaction is coming in, that you're going to have stability and abundance again, kind of like that rune. And, you know, it's also because you have that long-term satisfaction and everything coming in for you, it's about sharing your bliss by being of service to others. You know, shine your radiance into the world and inspire others with your light. You know, that luminous warrior and this bliss. You have all these blessings coming in and around you, that it's time to share those blessings. And you're going to have the divine guidance as to where is your best option to share that and how you can best be of service. You know, and then you have the hedge witch, and it says herb wisdom, secrets, and hidden lore. Yes. And you have this really deep connection to the earth and the plant world too. And it's telling you to use healing herbs, to eat, you know, a natural diet, to get out in nature. You know, you're being given this gift of nourishment and connection by the fairy realm and the earth itself. You know, you have that deep, deep connection to the earth. So these earthy messages are very much a part of you already. You already have that deep connection. It's beautiful energy here. And they want you to, they're trying to confirm that and validate that for you, that that connection is very real and that you have that connection to the earth and to the fairy realm. You know, you may see them, you may hear them, you may just feel them. You may feel them as an energy. But that's what they're trying to let you know in this. And, you know, with the clear quartz enhancing your psychic abilities and enhancing that spiritual wisdom and growth, you know, that spiritual awareness, that's tying in with having the divine guidance from your ancestors and the ancient ones. And then, you know, being that luminous spiritual warrior and finding a way of peace. You know, perhaps you're helping others and being of service to others through a peaceful negotiation, through finding a peaceful compromise to, or a peaceful solution to a problem. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's see what else the fairies want you to know today. You've got some really powerful energy, both within yourself and around yourself. And yes, you're on this mighty quest. And one more. Let's do that one. Go within, sanctuary, and partnership. Okay. So quest says, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Yes. Very, very true. You know, having that boldness to shine your light, your true authentic self, you know, shining that out into the world and sharing that with others and being of service and sharing that happiness that you feel and that contentment is very important. And then you have sanctuary. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. Yes. I think nature is your sanctuary. The earth is your sanctuary. Being outside and surrounded by the fairy realm and the earthy energies is very, very nourishing to you. And then you have partnership. Learn to grow with others. Overcome obstacles by working together. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. And this is about telling you that, you know, while it's great to work with the other side and the ancestors and the ancient ones and the fairies and the earth and all of these spiritual areas, you also have to ground that into the here and now, into this material realm. You have to be of service to others. You know, how can you help others grow as well? You know, learn to grow with others. And so it's about being true to yourself and having that inner strength, that inner contentment. But then it's grounding that and bringing that out and sharing it with others of the earth, you know, raising everyone up around you. Because you have that ability. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. All right, we're going to do a couple here. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles, this card is always kind of my depression or like turning inward. You know, the person is all kind of bent over and just collapse within themselves, and they're not seeing the outer world. They're not seeing this pretty butterfly right here that's showing them the hope, that's showing them the beauty around them, because they've got all this beauty around them. They're just choosing not to see it, you know. And so it's kind of like maybe you've gone through a dark night of the soul. Maybe you've been in a deep depression or something along those lines, but now it's time to see the hope. And it's time to come out of your shell. And it's time to come out into the world and be in that partnership and feel the bliss too, because you've got all of this coming in that even if you were in this place before, the fairies want you to know that now you can have that stability and that comfort and contentment and that bliss. You know, now that's coming in for you. You're going to be okay. But you also have to see all of this around you and take action. Take action by going within and being true to yourself. And then, you know, being outside and being in nature. And then it's sharing that and being of service to others. You know, you can share your journey with others and your story. And other people that are going through that right now can learn from that and be inspired by that, because that is what you have that ability to do now. And this is where, you know, this Ace of Swords is these new ideas and new thoughts, new way of thinking coming in. You know, it's that sword, you know. And if you look at all the swans gathered around it and things, you know, it's telling you that others are going to gather around you. And there's that butterfly again. You've got several butterflies in this, but the butterfly from that one has moved on and shown you the way. And now you have, with this divine guidance and everything, it's time to really honor your ancestors through your actions. You know, using all of this guidance that you have, all this prophecy and all of these messages coming in, this new seed, this new beginning is coming in, new thinking, and it's going to help you to change your inward focus to outward. It's beautiful. Let's see, we're going to do, I guess, a couple of these and see what else the fairies want you to know from this little reading. Let's go with that one, I feel like. The old ways rise. Wear the green. Adorn your hair with crowns of flowers. Walk barefoot under moonlight. We call you back to the old ways. Feel the ancient earth magic singing in your veins once again. Yes. Return to the old ways. And one more. Fairy star. We love the seven-pointed star, a symbol of our wings and not quite human form. Draw our star. We will come flying through the center, eager to share joy, wonder, and wisdom with you. Yes. You have this divine guidance through the fairies, through nature. You're very much like the hedge witch, very nature-oriented. You can connect so deeply with that earth and earth magic. It's beautiful. Use that connection to help you and to help others see that connection and take better care of our earth. And we have hidden treasures. Okay. Let's see if I can get that up there. It says, Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. Whether it is an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see that this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in your foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported, which it is through the ancient ones. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and solid foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. Very nice. So whatever you are building at this time, make sure that you have those strong, solid foundations, but you're going to, because you have that stability. You know, foundations and stability kind of go hand in hand. You need the foundations to have the stability. So through all of this, you know, and through this new idea that you have coming in, and all of this guidance that you have coming in, and abundance and everything else, you're going to be fine. You're going to be incredibly well and happier, I think, than you've ever been. So by sharing that with others, that is really what this message is telling you, to share all of your knowledge and wisdom with others and help them to become illuminated as well as you, because you are that luminous warrior with all of this guidance. You know, you're surrounded, this luminous warrior is surrounded by the seer and the ancient ones. So you've got that divine knowledge. You just need to bring it down into the earth and share it. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this for more videos. You can join the Magic Raven community on Patreon for exclusive updates and monthly energy readings and so much more. Thank you so, so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 2. You chose this beautiful little piece of snowflake obsidian. Snowflake obsidian is a calming and soothing stone. It helps us to see the patterns in our lives and transform them for our highest good and our potential and for deep healing. You know, it balances the light and dark. It shields from negativity and activates that third eye chakra and enhances your psychic abilities. Just a beautiful, wonderful stone. I just love this. Put it up here. And then you chose Tiwaz. This rune is the rune of Tyr. It's the rune of victory. It's the spiritual warrior. It's about having focus and discipline and loyalty, fierceness in battle. it's that noble and protective energy. And it could also be Tyr's divine protection. Tyr is that god of the Norse god that, oh my gosh, there's so much to him. Basically, the one that everybody knows is he is the one that put his hand in Fenrir's mouth and had it chomped off when they tricked him with the bonds, with the chains. So Tyr is a very noble leader. And so you're being asked to have those qualities as well. And here's the flow card. This is the card you chose. Isn't that just so beautiful? Just beautiful. I love that. So flow is, kind of like it's saying, go with the flow. Don't push against the current. Learn to float and go with the natural flow. Don't focus on those little tiny details and the how and why of things. Give that up to spirit and surrender with trust and faith that it will be for your highest good. Surrender. Go with the flow. That's what that card is telling you. But you also have that victory rune and the snowflake obsidian, which is very soothing and calming. So let's see. Then you have the upper world. Okay, beautiful. And you have completion. You have initiate. And the green man. Wow, some pretty powerful energies here. Let's see if we can get it so that you can see the green man. There. All right. So yes, you have that flow. Go with the flow. And then you have the upper world here. I love that with that owl. Beautiful, beautiful card. And the upper world is heaven. It's the higher dimensions. It's the Akashic records. And it's all about discovering your true potential and seeing your highest destiny. It's letting you know that you have the support of the higher realms if you open yourself up to it by releasing all of your fears and doubts and limitations, all those things that you've placed on yourself, those self-imposed limitations. That's the only thing holding you back. So yes, that trust and faith seems to be almost, being open and having that trust and faith seems to be a very common theme with those two cards. And then you have completion here. And look at that. Phenomenal. I love the imagery of these cards. Completion is telling you that you've finished a cycle. It's time to celebrate. Harvest your transformation from all of your growth. But it's also telling you not to get stuck in the past. Time has to move on. You have to move on. It's all about moving on, celebrating your accomplishments, and finishing up that cycle, but not getting stuck in the past. It's about learning from your growth and this huge transformation that you're going through. Beautiful. So yes, you've completed something. You've come through something. You've accomplished something really amazing. And then you have the initiate, which we come from this completion to the initiate. You're starting this new cycle, this new thing. And the initiate is curiosity, open, and warm. Whoops. And it's about, I love that little squirrel in the tree. I just love it. I love this card. It's really this profound awakening that you're going through. It's about facing the new and unknown and acquiring that wisdom and going through all these lessons right now, trying to find your way through the mystery of life. You have the fairies' blessings on your journey. You are the initiate. So as you're going through this completion, it's coming full turn and you're going to become the initiate. You're going to learn something new and bring all of this together. But first you have to trust your path. You have to have faith and go with that flow and know that you have that divine guidance. And you have the protection of Tyr, who is very protective and loyal and noble and that kind of energy. So you have that victory as well. So that victory could be tied with this completion and everything that you've come through. Look at how far you've come, and be proud of how far you've come, but don't get stuck in the past. Keep moving forward. Become this initiate. Don't think that you know it all, because you don't. There's so much more to learn. And then you have the green man. Initiative, fertilization, and action. Yes. Just an interesting card here. The oak leaf and the acorns and ferns growing, and it's just amazing. But he's all about abundance. Abundance is flowing into your life. This is a time of new beginnings. Acknowledge these powerful energies around you, that are bringing all these new connections and magic into your life. Acknowledge that and take action with that. You're going through this huge transformation process. You're just starting out on that because you've completed this and you've gone through this. And it's those lessons that you've learned that are now preparing you and allowing you to be this initiate. And this fertilization and this abundance and everything coming in with this green man is going to help you. It's all of these powerful energies. It's about seeing the magic all around you right now. Oops. All right. I guess that's our card since it's falling out. We have sanctuary. Okay. Under that flow. What else? We have quest. We just had these two, I'm pretty sure, in the last reading. One more. And gratitude. Okay, beautiful. Yes. Be grateful for everything you've accomplished and how far you've come. The sanctuary. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. Yes, beautiful. Yes. So it's about going within, staying curious and open, going with that flow, and going within to really be in your happy space, your inner sanctuary, where you feel most comfortable, where you feel your true self, getting out in nature. And that's going to be very important with all these energies coming in. And then you have quest with these new connections and all of this coming in, and this initiate. You're on a quest now. It says, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. And I think this is the second time now that we've taken action, that it's said to take action. I think this green man literally says action, the initiative. Take the initiative. Take the action. Don't wait for an invitation. Take charge. Be bold, But first, be clear in yourself. Go with the flow and get the guidance from the upper realms. And then have gratitude. Be grateful for abundance. Live in appreciation for what you have, and more good things will come. Yes. Be grateful for all that magic and abundance around you, because you've got all that. Be grateful for how far you've come, and that now you can start this new cycle, that you've accomplished that. That's over and done. Now it's time to move on and move forward. And it's all about moving forward in this flow, this very fast, natural flow, and not worrying so much about the minute details of the day-to-day things. It's surrendering that and just going with the flow and trusting the guidance that you're being given and going through this journey. Beautiful. But yes, you're the initiate now. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. Oops. Let's see what else the fairies want you to know. What other earthy messages from the fairies will you get? Yes, you've got the Two of Pentacles. Some earthy energy right there. And then you've got the Queen of Wands. And again with the action. Action and creativity. So the Two of Pentacles is all about balance, and balancing the spiritual and the mundane, balancing the inner and the outer, balancing, your needs and wants with those of others, balancing everything. Everything is always in a balance and a flow. That's that natural flow of the universe, and having that spiritual and mundane balance, grounding yourself in the material realm, in this earthly realm, balancing and grounding, because you've got all the spiritual high energies here, but then you've got to ground them into reality as well. So it's having that balance between the physical and spiritual. And then you've got the Queen of Wands, and she's all about that creative energy, that taking action, doing what lights you up, following your passions, following that and going with that flow, because that's what's going to bring in all these other messages and abundance and fertility. It's all about action, action, action. But this is creative, inspired action. This is that fiery energy that you need to start bringing into the physical, because you've got all of this coming in, the spiritual, but then you've got to ground it into the physical with this action. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Let's see what else the fairies want you to know. Your fairy name. Would you like to know your fairy name? Sit with a tree, a flower, a waterfall, and ask. It will be whispered on the breeze, as light as butterfly wings. Insight shall follow. Yes. And that could be part of this too, learning your fairy name. But it could also just be listening to those whispers around you from the fairies. Fairy wings. You too have wings. They're a little harder to see. Still yourself and feel the tingling between your shoulder blades. Feel your fairy wings grow, spread wide, and lift you up. Yes, lift you into those higher realms. Beautiful, beautiful connection with the fairies, with this pile, with that green man. It's very much that connection to earth and the fairy realm. And they want to validate that and confirm that for you, that you do have that very deep connection. And they feel it as well. Let's see, one more. See what other messages we get here. Let's go with this one. What does it say? You are loved. Look at that. Beautiful. You are loved. Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you think you need to control everything, or else nothing will get done, be healed, be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome, but we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met, and when faced with an impossible situation or sticky enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so, so much. Beautiful. So yes, don't get stuck in those details. Have trust and faith in yourself and in others, and go with the flow. Trust your guidance you're getting from those higher realms. It's very profound. Stay open and curious. You have that about you. And celebrate your completions and how far you've come, and then move forward with new initiative and new action, creative action, grounding all of the spiritual into this here and now. Stay with the fairies. They are very connected to you, and they want you to know that. Beautiful, beautiful reading and energy. If this resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe. You can join the Magic Raven community on Patreon for exclusive updates and monthly energy readings and so much more. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 3. You chose this beautiful rainbow fluorite. Rainbow fluorite is a mineral of transformation. It absorbs and transforms negative energies into positive ones. It enhances psychic abilities and creativity. It encourages you to dream big. So it's great for manifestation. Just beautiful. I don't know if you can see the colors in that. It's just beautiful. I love that little stone. And then you have Degas. And Degas is the rune of breakthrough. This is that sudden flash of insight. This is that aha moment. This works with the lower chakras, red, orange, yellow, that kind of energy, the grounding, the security, confidence, creativity. It's about transformation, intuition, inspiration, that divine inspiration, that aha moment. So let's see. And then you have the Beauty Way. Oh, I love that. I love that with the dragonfly right there. Beautiful. The lotus. Beautiful, beautiful card. And this card is telling you that, when everybody else around you sees just the darkness, you see the light, because you are that light. You see the beauty all around you, but it's about seeing the beauty in your own path and not trying to fix others. You can see that darkness in them, but you don't have to fix it. It's not your job. You can only change and fix yourself. So don't compare yourself to others, appreciate your own beauty. It's unique to you. And it's about taking action to bring every light to everyone and every situation. It's all about shining your light, being true and authentic to yourself, and seeing your own inner beauty. Beautiful. And then, let's see, we have the Sweat Lodge. We have Stand Still. Beautiful imagery on these cards. We have the Blood Month. And we have the Weaver. Okay. So, let's see here. The Sweat Lodge. The Sweat Lodge is a place, it represents the womb of Mother Earth. Going within. It's almost like a cave. But the Sweat Lodge for Native Americans and in shamanism, it's a place of darkness. It's a place of deep healing, and it's letting you know that you're getting this second chance and being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from, all the aspects of your life that you've outgrown. It's about going within for wisdom and coming out reborn and transformed. Again, with that transformational energy like the fluorite. So it's going within and it's seeing your own beauty and light. You are the light in the place of darkness. The womb of Earth. I love that. It's just the womb of Earth. And going back and being reborn as you come out. And then Stand Still. Again, with this, it's about going within. It's time to pause and go within. Constant action isn't going to get you where you need to go. With these cards, you really need to just rest and rejuvenate and, build your energy. But it's about letting things go and just enjoying the moment, playing, being curious and playing, and just let the universe work its magic without you getting in the way. It's get out of your own way is what I hear. you're the one slowing things down. You're the one that's causing it. You've got to get out of your own way and really let the universe do its work. So it's time to just take stock, just go within and really trust that the universe has your back and that everything is flowing and going as it's supposed to. It's about seeing and knowing your own beauty and light, your own worth, your own divinity, your own sovereignty. And then you have the blood month. And this is sacrifice, offerings, and decision. And this card, it's about letting go of what no longer serves you. Letting go of what's holding you back, those fears, those doubts, those insecurities, that kind of energy. But you let them go so that better things can take their place. It's kind of it reminds me of vampire energy. What is sucking you dry? What is taking all of your energy? You've got to release that. The more that you just resist it and refuse to see it, the more it's going to persist. The more you resist, the more it persists. Don't resist it, release it. Acknowledge it. Sacrifice it to make it sacred. When you sacrifice something, you make it sacred. You honor it. And then you release it with love and gratitude, because whatever it was, it served you at one time. It just no longer serves you. It no longer works for you now. So have the confidence to follow your dreams and your visions. Release this energy here. Sacrifice it, make it sacred. Give it honor, and then move forward from there. Because then you have the Weaver. And she is fate, destiny, and the weird. And the weird, W-Y-R-D, is a Nordic concept that everything is connected. The web of the weird. Everything is connected and can have influence one on the other in like this infinite variety of patterns. Everything influences everything. It's about free will and destiny that forms a pattern that's unique to you, and that every action and every choice has an impact. It's that kind of energy. Seeing that and seeing that pattern, see your part in the pattern of life, and look at what is serving you and what is not serving you. Again, sacrifice what's no longer serving you. Make choices and decide what you want your life to be, and then weave it. You are the weaver of your life, very much so. It is not all predetermined. You get to decide. So decide what you want your life to be like and follow that and do that. Make those choices and decide what no longer serves you. Stop resisting it. See your beauty. You can see the beauty in everyone, but see your own beauty. See how you are an integral part of the whole pattern of everything. See how it all flows together. Take that time to go within and really, really see what needs to be released. And then honor what you need to release. See how it has served you in the past. And then release it. Because once you acknowledge it and honor it, then, it's easy to release. It's effortless. It's that just still energy that you're in. So it's beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. But always remember that you control your destiny. You have that free will. You can decide. You have that ability. You are that weaver. Weave your fate. How do you want it to be? See the beauty within you. Don't hold yourself back. These limitations and things are self-imposed. You need to see the full potential. And I think that's what this aha is, I think that's what this breakthrough is suddenly seeing what you need to release and suddenly seeing your value and your worth, seeing your light. I think it's all of that energy tied together by this weaver, weaving all of that energy together, all those patterns. And yes, then you have union. And then let's see, a couple more here. I'm going to go with that one. Dreamer, beautiful. And one more. Cycles, yes. Okay. So union, you have seen and unseen allies. Draw upon their strength. Join forces with friends and flourish. Yes. See, you have allies in the fairy realm, the earthly realm. You have all of these allies. Even this is not as scary as that looks, I guess, or whatever. It's not. It's just making something sacred and releasing it. It doesn't have to be scary. Because once you release that, it makes room for new energies to come in. So join forces with the fairies and really go within for this union. And then you've got dreamer. Your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. Yes, your dreams and visions are yours for a reason, because you have that potential, and you wouldn't have those ideas or those thoughts if you were not able to bring them into fruition. You've got that energy. And then you've got cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. Yes. This process of going within the cycle of your life. It's all about releasing it and new energies coming in and then releasing and then new energies. And then, that constant cycle and movement. It's beautiful. It's that constant weaving together. Everything. So let's see what else the fairies want you to know for these earthy messages here. Yes, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles is very much the material realm. Pentacles are that earth realm, that earth energy. And it's all about, new abundance coming in, new things coming in. Once you stop limiting yourself, you're going to have all this new energy and new abundance and new things coming in, new energy. Your dreams have a purpose. And then you've got this Knight of Wands. And the Knights are always that fast action, that fast movement. And with the Wands, it's that fiery energy. But it's very, again, transforming. Fire can transform, transmute, whatever it is, So it's shining your light, that fire within, shining that out for the world. And it's very much that vision quest energy with this dreamer card. It's that grand vision quest that you're going on in the sweat lodge, in this standstill. As you do that, you're going to have this vision, this sudden breakthrough in vision that is going to change your perception. And then you're going to know what you need to release. And it's going to be released effortlessly. And you're going to be able to see how you're weaving yourself, how you're weaving your life and what you want to change about it and what you want to keep the same. It's all of that. But I really feel like this is very much like a vision quest kind of energy, especially with that sweat lodge. I just feel like that's very much what you're going through or going to go through. And then we're going to do some little messages from the fairies and see what else they want you to know. All right, fairy wings. You too have wings. They are just a little harder to see. Still yourself and feel the tingling between your shoulder blades. Feel your fairy wings grow, spread wide, and lift you up. Yes, raising yourself up to those higher perceptions, that dream, that astral realm, going within. And then you have fairy faith. We see your heart, and it is pure and innocent. Remember, you have the power to believe in yourself, just as we believe in you. Have faith, for we have faith in you. Yes, yes, you have a very strong connection to the fairy realm and the earthly realm. You do have that. That's that confirmation. That's that validation that what you're feeling is true. They want you to know that. And then we'll do one of these. Let's see what else. I feel like this one, with love. Okay, a little Cupid there. With love. Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it doesn't often happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust that you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. Yes. Yes. So you could have this new opportunity coming in. You have this abundance and everything coming in, but you've got to release those self-doubts, those fears. You've got to stop limiting yourself and see all the potential that you have. Go on that vision quest and go within and see how everything plays together in that pattern. Know that you are connected to the fairy realm and the other side very, very deeply, and that they support you and are there with you. Join forces with them because you have those allies. You have those allies in this earthly realm and on the other side. Very, very clearly, they want you to know that. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you did. And you can always join the Magic Raven community on Patreon. Thank you so, so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 4. You chose this beautiful green serpentine stone. Isn't that pretty? I just love all the patterns and colors in that. This serpentine is a stone of earth and magic. Earthy magic, it clears the crown chakra to bring in spiritual understanding and psychic abilities. It brings in wisdom and allows you to see the magic all around you. It's very protective and grounding stone too. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I love the earthy energy of that stone. And then you chose Ansus. Ansus is the rune of divine communication. It's spiritual gifts. Ansus, the word, is like our word answers. It's where it comes from. So you're receiving answers. Answers will be provided. Look for messages and signs and songs and omens and symbols and words and dreams and visions. It can be downloads and divine wisdom coming in. At any rate, you're getting some sort of messages coming in. And then you chose the drum. Let's see. Isn't that a beautiful card? I love that. Phenomenal work on those cards. And the drum, it connects heaven and earth. It connects the upper and the lower worlds. And it's about following the beat of your own drum, listening to its rhythm, and letting that trance state that it brings allow you to heal and see all of your potential. The rhythm will guide you. Don't go against your natural current. Jump in. and allow yourself to just go with that flow. It can also be prophecy and divination coming in from that trance state. It's that deep trance state. And I believe that it could even be something like trance channeling, with this answers coming in, the divine wisdom coming in, and that drum. So, yes, it could even be something like that, if that's what you're interested in. And then you have the wind, you have the Andean cross, the elf queen, and elf struck. Definitely a connection with the elves here. Beautiful. So let's see. We've got the wind. Boy, I love this card with that peregrine falcon or whatever that is. It's just amazing. Beautiful energy. And the wind, it's listen to the messages on the wind. And again, it's receiving that divine wisdom and clarity. Letting your new perception guide you through these winds of change. Change is inevitable. Change is coming. And it's this freshness and clarity that your new ideas are divinely inspired. It's that inspiration and messages in the wind. It's listening to that. Again, with the messages, all of this is very much about messages. And then you have the Andean cross. And it represents the 4 cardinal directions and the upper and the lower worlds of the shaman. The hole in the center here it represents the gateway of higher awareness and wisdom, of all dimensions, of all the different realms. It's that meeting point in the center. And it's time to start a great journey. It's allowing that divine wisdom to guide you and take one step at a time. Don't worry about where you are, or where you're going to. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the details. You have access now to this interdimensional wisdom and awareness. It's always take the high road and live in your truth. So it's definitely following the beat of your own drum and taking that high road, but listening to that divine wisdom that's coming to you. That divine communication, that's incredibly powerful. So you're definitely getting some very strong messages here. And then you have the elf queen, introverted burden and responsibility. And with this, the first thing that I felt was the introversion. It's like maybe you have been very introverted and you don't share enough of yourself. You don't share that divine guidance that you get in. And it's time to come out of that shell and lead others as well. But this card generally is about feeling overwhelmed and burdened, that you need healthy boundaries, and that it's time to put down those burdens. Act from love, not out of fear and obligation. Stop trying to do everything yourself. Delegate responsibilities. Learn to ask for help and support. You'd be surprised how much others want to help you. Give them that opportunity. It's a gift that they're able to return all that you've done for them, by knowing what you need and how to help you. They can't help you until you recognize your needs and ask for the help that you need. It's about you recognizing that first and acknowledging that you can't do it all yourself and that you need help. And then once you ask others for that, that's giving them that opportunity to repay you and your kindness and everything that you've done. Because nobody wants you to be overwhelmed. Nobody wants you to take on all the burdens. I don't know if this is because you feel like it won't get done to your satisfaction unless you do it all yourself, but you've got to let that go. It's time to take all these messages and bring them You know, and if you look at her, she's even got like this crown with like these messages coming in, really, is how I see it. It's that divine wisdom coming down into your crown chakra and, you know, giving you these answers. But it's time for a change too. So it's time to bring these messages out. Whether they're channeled messages or not, it's time to bring them out in your own unique way. You know, that you have that beat to a different drum. You know, you have that unique ability. Only you can do it the way that you can. And then you have elf struck. And this is enchanted, beguiled, and enspelled. Isn't she beautiful? I love the sparkly stuff on this. This is just beautiful card. And it's, you know, telling you that you're caught up in something that it's almost obsessive, you know, but you can use this energy, this passion, this obsession, this enchanted energy, this magical energy. You can use this energy to weave your future and propel you forward, you know, to create the life that you want. You can do that. You know, harness this energy and use it to create the life that you want. You know, I feel like you've been holding yourself back with this introversion. You've been the one holding yourself back, but you feel like you're doing it out of obligation because you have to do everything or else it's not going to be done right. It's not going to be done good enough. But it's time to delegate those responsibilities. It's time to stop trying to do it all yourself. It's time to listen to these messages coming in and allow others to help you and release that burden. You know, it's beautiful, powerful energy, very powerful. But very much I get the feeling with this whole trance coming through and messages and things that it's very much about a channeled message, something that you're getting from another dimension is what I feel. And it's time to bring that out because that can help heal the world, heal everyone around you. And yes, you're on a quest. I think I've gotten that card for, I think, every reading. Sanctuary, again, I think that's been, 3 readings out of the 4. And happiness, beautiful. I love it. Okay, so quest is telling you, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Yes. Yes. So be brave. You know, bring these messages out. Take that action. Don't stay so introverted. Don't collapse in on yourself. But then you do have the sanctuary. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. Yes. And your inner sanctuary is that trance state. It's beating to your own drum. It's staying authentic and true to yourself. It's going with that natural flow. And that natural flow is recognizing whether it's a time of action, when you need to get stuff done, or when it's a time to just retreat and revive and renew yourself going within. You know, it's a cycle. And it's telling you to go with that natural cycle, that natural flow of things. Feel your body and know what you need through your body. Listen to it. Listen to the messages from your body so that you know whether it's time to take action or whether it's time to go within. Because you have both here. And there's times of both. You need both, and you need both in a balance. You need solitude, but you also need to be out with people. So you need to have both of those times. There's times to be social, and there's times to go within and be alone. And then you've got happiness. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Yes, yes. It's appreciating the moment. It's being here in this moment and having that happiness and contentment. It's beautiful. So yes, you have that happiness coming in. You've got that almost obsessive energy that's kind of, I don't know. It's very passionate. And it's time to do that. And then you've got the Two of Swords. Okay. And then you've got the Three of Wands. Okay. So the Two of Swords here is telling you that you are limiting yourself. You know, you're the one that is blocking. If you have a block to those abilities coming in, to these messages coming in, if you're trying to block them and imposing these limitations on yourself, then they're all self-imposed. You know, it's you doing it, whether it's out of fear or whether it's out of not wanting change. You know, you want things to stay the same, but it's always your choice as to how things go. You make the choice, you make the decision. But this is about changing your thinking and releasing those fears, those doubts, those insecurities, releasing all of that, because you don't need that anymore. You've got all this divine guidance and you know the truth of your soul. You know it. So it's bringing that out. And that's what's going to really bring you happiness, is to quit doubting yourself. You know that what you're getting is truly divine. It is inspired. You know, you are on this quest. And then you've got the Three of Wands. And see, once you can release all of that, that's when your ships come in. That's when you have all of this abundance and creativity and messages and things coming in, because ships can bring messages as well as goods and, you know, abundance and things. So and she's not doing it alone. See, she's got her cat there. If you look, she's not alone. She does have help beside her, and so do you. You have help. You just have to ask for it as well. So it's about knowing your limitations, but not limiting yourself. You know, knowing that, okay, you can't do everything yourself. You have to release some of that and give some responsibility out to others and let them take that over. And you concentrate on what you're getting in, because that's where your happiness is. That's where you're beguiled. That's where you're enchanted. You know, it's taking all of that and really bringing it out into the world so that your ships can come in. It's beautiful. Let's see what else the fairies want you to know here. I like these little short little fairy messages. Fairy doors. Fairyland is an in-between place, but you come close to its borders every day. A ring of stones, a doorway, a circle of mushrooms. The entry points for our magical world hold the answers you seek. Yes, it's that center point. It's that interdimensional point in the center. Your fairy door. Yes. Let's see, one more. Fairy walks. Take a whimsical fairy walk today, and as you stroll, watch for the signs of our presence. We'll reach out with inspiring thoughts and delightful surprises at every step. Beautiful. Yes, so take a walk out in nature. You know, feel the fairies around you. Feel the wind and all the messages coming in on that wind. It's beautiful. One more. Let's see what other message they have for you. Let's go this. You are beauty. It's a little stag or deer. Dearest you, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know that the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. Again, with that, going with that flow. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely, or will it straitjacket you? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan, loving you always and forever. Yes. Yes. And I also just felt this, be centered, stay centered and grounded through all of this. Also, is that center point, is keeping your center point and staying grounded as well. Being of the world, being in the world, but not of the world kind of thing. Definitely goes together with this. So don't limit yourself, follow your passions and your happiness, because that is all leading you to this great abundance and messages coming in. You're on a bold quest, you have mighty forces on your side, including the fairy realm, extra dimensional, energies. All of this is coming in for you. Um, these messages that you're getting are true and are divinely inspired. Um, if this resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe. And thank you so, so much for taking the time to watch this. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you.